In this lesson, we'll continue to add dimensions that help us lay out our model. Let's try this. Why don't we start placing walls and dimensions at the same time? Why? Well, because, like I said, dimensions are just as effective in laying out our walls as they are in noting a specific increment. This is going to be your workflow from now on. The objective of this lesson is to add some classrooms in the West Wing. We're going to use dimensioning techniques to help this process along. Open the file you've been working on, or open the file called Chapter 6 and follow along. In the project browser, under Floor Plans, make sure you're in Level 1. Let's browse over here now to the West Wing. What I want to do is add a couple walls. We're going to add a wall here, horizontally, across. We're going to add a wall here, horizontally, across. To get started, let's right-click on this wall and go to Create Similar. I'm going to select this intersection and move my wall in this direction. Of course, it's flipped in the wrong direction, so I'm going to hit my spacebar and flip it into the correct direction. I'm going to bring my wall right over here and terminate it into this wall. Hit Escape. Now that we have this wall in here, I'm going to select it, I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to create Similar. I'm going to put 5 walls in here. Before I do, though, I'm going to uncheck my Chain button. I don't care what the placement is, just make sure you put them in and that they reach both walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5. Hit Escape a couple times. The next step is to create a string of dimensions going all the way across here, and then to make these walls equally laid out. To do that, we're going to click the Align Dimension on the Annotate tab, or you can click the Align Dimension up on the Quick Access toolbar. So I'm going to click Align Dimension, I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to pick the inside face of that wall. I'm going to come here, and I can't find the center point, so I'm going to come in, and I'm going to hold it to the center point, and if I zoom in close enough, Revit will find it. Pick the center point, pick the center point, pick the center point. I'm not hitting Escape, I'm going continuously down the road. Center point, inside face. I'm going to put it right here. Next thing I want you to do is click the Equal button. That's going to equally constrain our walls. Hit Escape a couple times, and you're good to go. The next step is to delete these dimensions. We just use them as a layout tool. Select the dimensions and hit the Delete key. Here's a warning that you should really look at. A dimension with a lock and/or EQ constraint is being deleted, but the elements will still be constrained. Push Unconstrained to remove the constraints, or OK to leave elements constrained. What does that mean? Here's what that means. If I just click OK, and this wall moves, all of these walls will maintain the equal spacing. That's good or bad. If the dimensions aren't there and someone else is working on this, and this wall does shift down, that doesn't necessarily mean all of these are supposed to be spaced the same. You could screw things up. Furthermore, if there's a door sitting here, 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 and here, these walls are going to go into the door. In this case, I would always recommend to click Unconstrain. Hit Escape a couple times. Let's take a look at locking a dimension. Let's zoom in on any one of these random walls and click the Align button. Let's dimension these to the inside finish face. Once we place our dimension outside of here, notice that we have a little lock padlock. Go ahead and select that and hit Escape a couple times. There's a little trick I want to show you called Nudge. Go ahead and select this wall, and with your right hand facing arrow key on your keyboard, tap it a couple times. Notice that when we nudge the wall around, the other wall comes with it because it's locked to it. Let's undo the nudge and the dimension. This is just an example. Notice when I hit the undo button, there's a drop down. I can come all the way down to where I placed the dimension.